All right, so let's go ahead and start with Sid McCausland, the President, Board of Directors of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Welcome. Actually, it's not. If you could press the yellow button, please. Sorry, could you press the yellow button? It's not on your mic. There we go. Now it's on.
Honorable Mayor Quinn Davidson, Chairperson Rivera, and members of the Assembly. I am Sid McCausland, President of the Anchorage Unitarian Universalist Fellowship, and I'm really pleased that you have made this opportunity for us to present our annual payment in lieu of taxes. Today I'm presenting a payment that represents our belief that everyone should be supportive of their local governments, and as well as express our thanks to you for all of the services that you've provided. This is the 53rd year that AUUF has done this, 53 times. But this time is different. This time it's personal. We're here tonight to thank you for the courage that you demonstrated over this past year in the face of unrelenting condemnation and threats. 15 months ago, you realized that our fragile healthcare system here in Alaska would quickly collapse if COVID-19 was allowed to reign free throughout our community. Since then, over 153 million people in this world have been attacked by COVID-19. 3.5 million of those have died gasping for one last breath. You had the courage to say, not here. And yet, to this day, you are vilified by people who listen to stories that say you have nothing to fear but fear itself. Well, I can tell you that this is a pandemic of biblical proportions, and wishful thinking will not keep it at bay, but you managed to keep it at arm's length. We're never going to know the names of the people who are alive today because of your bravery. But we're here tonight to thank you on their behalf. Thank you for this opportunity. And I was told I couldn't give this to, oh, wonderful.
It looks like I have a couple folks in the queue for you. I'll start with Mr. Dunbar.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Sid. For those that perhaps weren't following, this is a really unique church that pays a payment in lieu of taxes to the municipality every year. And you've been doing it the entire time that I've been on the Assembly. And again, I want to say thank you. I think Mr. Welton also makes a policy of always thanking anyone who voluntarily gives the municipality money. It's an unusual thing. I was just curious, how do you determine the amount you give to us? I've never actually asked that before, but how do you determine how much you're going to raise and give to us?
It's the generosity of the members. Basically, there was a month of half-portion dedications. There was 2 fifth Sundays of the month where the entire offering came here. But there are quite a few members of the fellowship who just dig extra deep when they hear it's Pilot Day. So it's individuals doing this on behalf of our fellowship. We have a little seed money in the budget every year, but most of it's been people step up and do it.
Thank you. That's really remarkable. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mr. Constant.
Thank you, Sid. I also want to thank you and the fellowship, the Unitarians, for making this contribution. It's very meaningful, but it's not to us, it's to the people, and it's to pay for the services that you use. And I'm really grateful that all of your members recognize that. And I think this might be the first time I've seen you, although I've read your words week in and week out in your report for the homeless or the Houseless Resource Advisory Council. And I want to thank you for helping that organization to be a very loud and clear voice on behalf of the individuals who experience now or have experienced homelessness, because when I came on this body, that was the one voice that was missing. And you've done an impeccable job of bringing that voice to the table. So thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Perez-Verdia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you. I just wanted to add my thank you, and thank you to all the members of AUF for their generosity.
Thank you so much. All right. Our next appearance request